Now there are several units I will not resurface steels. For many reasons. Weird chatter issues and that, and we have a snap ring. That's that. Got that boy right there. Yep. And I do like to resurface where the overdrive band rides. Was in amazing shape. You know, you want to make sure there's flat across and all that, which this one was. It's already been checked. I do like to go over one with Scotch-Brite after just taking the shiny off. Just gives a nice uniform surface. Alrighty. So, now for our bushings, because we want to make sure these bushings are changed because that rides on the pump stator. Best thing I found for these bushings, or any of them, is I got a chisel and grind a sharp point to it. And it really helps to cut the bushing. Obviously we don't want to get into the ceiling ring area. And you can see where the split in the bushing is if you look close there, which is where you want to separator. Alright, let's see, where's my... There's that one. The other one we can just go straight through the other side. So there's our bushings. Now we'll clean the drum. Something else you want to do too, and I should hit on this, is when you have a spot where ceiling rings ride, like off the stator, you want to make sure to, like, Scotch Brite or, you know, go over those surfaces, because you gotta have, it's like honing a block. You have to have cross hatching, you have to have something there to rough the surface, to also allow somewhere for lube to be, to aid in the seating process. Pretty much all you're looking for is just to get the shiny out. To give those rings something fresh to seat on. Obviously, if it's cut real bad, then you know you got another issue going on. So, drum. Let's get our steels and pressure plates. Steels and pressure plates. We got a piston. Again, on the piston, got a little check ball in there. She rattles, she's good. Some people like to take a punch and a hammer and, you know, reseat the seat for the ball to ride in, but I air check everything. If it air checks fine, hell with it. If it doesn't air check, then you got an issue. So let's do reverse drum. So we've got things ready. Need to find seals for this bad boy. Remember, these are rectangle cut. So there you go. Start her into the groove. Looks beautiful. So there's seals in the grooves. Absolutely amazing. So obviously make sure these are good and lubed. And do the same to the surfaces in the drum. And put her in there. And pushes down by hand. So there's your piston. Now you want to put the little wire piece in there, which is that's what the just sits right in that groove. No biggie. Your diaphragm spring, and the dish, the little fingers are down, so the dish, bam. And remember our very exaggerated spring, snap ring I should say. The easiest way to get it in is you start one side and you got to get where the highs are, you got to kind of knock them down. And then once that's done, you walk it around and seat it all the way to the outside. You gotta kind of coax with the hammer to get the high spots in and latch. Once you do that, you just start at one end and just work your way around till it's fully seated to the outside, as you can see. That's all you got to do. Now, the bottom pressure plate has this round that goes against the diaphragm spring. And remember, the forward and reverse clutches are same spline or teeth, but the reverse are smaller. So we go to our clutches. Let's see here, smaller. And I pre-soak all my clutches in the correct fluid. So, let's see. You don't have to line these up, but if you're OCD like me and like some people I know, then you'll do it anyhow. The top one, you can see has, you know, reverse forward plate, but that's flat. It doesn't have the, that's the very top. That goes against the clutch. And snap ring. Bam. Now would be a good time to put our bushings in that. Excuse me. So, somewhere over here, I have a bushing kit. Alright, so let's see. That's the one for there. That goes in the planet. And that one. Alright. Let me get some bushing drivers. Alrighty. So here we go. We're going to start with the easy one, which is going to be this one. There's no lube hole, so it's, you know, it is what it is. It's not like it's some great freaking mystery or anything. So basically, you want to go down till it's just below flush. And this isn't my most favorite bushing driver set, but it works. Alright, so let's go a little further. There's the first bushing, Butimus. This one's so thin, it's kind of a bear. Very critical that you don't go so far to block those little holes, like up there you see, and there. Those are lube holes. And just a smidge let's see, kind of got her a little. Like I said, that one's so thin, it's, man, it takes a patient person sometimes. A little bit lower over here. And there we go. So there's the thin one. And what you want to do is check it against a pump stator. That's what it rides off of. So, question is, does it fit on the stator? And it does. So there you go. That is a success. So now we can put the sprag element on. So this is the reverse drum. reverse clutches, which the clutches index the back of the input shaft, or the input drum, the forward clutch drum. However, the intermediates grab on the sprag on the rear of this. So sprag goes on, and this one had a failure before, you can tell by the look at this. This snap ring came off like most of them do, and it spins around, chews up the pump, and it damages the pump. I'll show you that here in a bit. So anyhow, they make a retainer for this that we've got. Sonax, we use a lot of Sonax stuff, and this one's getting the zip kit, so part of that is a retainer and a snap ring for this, so this failure didn't happen again. So we have the sprag on there, and we shall put, we have a roller missing. Let's see. Surely they didn't put that together before without that. That is nutso if they did, because this one, that one's right here. Here it is. Alright, about to say, surely to God they didn't do that. Alright, so have all of our rollers. Alright, crises averted there. And this thing rolls counterclockwise and locks clockwise, so there you go. Whew. Retainer. Now this is where Sonax comes in. These are real bad about these things coming apart. So they give you retainer, which you put on, and this is a spiral lock snap ring, so there's your ends. So essentially you start and you got to work this around the groove. Alright, so once you get it all the way around the groove, the snap ring is fully enclosed all the way in the groove, and you still got this little bit of a ledge here. So to ensure, that's the factory style that's bad about coming off. To ensure nothing happens, you stake over the snap ring with the outer part of the retainer, and this just keeps the snap ring from moving and attempting to come off. And it works quite I kind of go a little overboard with them because I don't like stuff coming back or coming apart. Alright, so new bushings, updated retainer, and there's your reverse clutch drum. There's only one drum left in this unit, which is the input or forward clutch. So we're going to move along with that one. Let's see here. Where's the bearing? Right here. So let's get this bearing soaking. Man, package don't play. Alright, so, and when we get this one done, I'll assemble the necessaries to air check, and that will complete this video until the next one. Alright, so let's see. Bit of water rusty looking crap on that. So this one is different. Oh, look at that. That bearing come apart because here's the other part of it right here. Go figure. Forward clutch is different because the check ball capsule is actually up there in the drum itself. So, interesting. Let's wash this mofo down. Let's see here. There's not really a whole lot. Oh, come on. On these forward clutch drums to look for. I mean, if the shaft's loose in it, there's an obvious problem that needs to be addressed. As long as the, snap ring's not trying to blow the top of the drum out, you're usually pretty good. They're not like a really super problematic piece that I've ever seen. They do get a lot of crap built up, like down in the grooves that you gotta really work at. So, there's that. This does have skirt style seals on the piston. Both these are in the piston itself. That. This is the one that has the big coil spring and retainer. That. Okay. And let's see. The forward clutch pack is a little bit different, and it has a wavy cushion in the bottom. So, something to keep in mind. They don't want it to slam when you drop it in gear. Do some freshening up on these bad boys real quick. And of course, you could always buy steel. But unless they're chewed really hot and really warm, I never worried about it.